Do you avoid conflict and try to please others at all costs? Does the approval of others make you feel best? Are you trying to convince women that you're different from other men? If so, you might be a nice guy. A nice guy believes being passive and pleasing others will make them happy. A nice guy struggles to get his needs met because he does his best to ignore them. This leads to a lot of resentment or rage. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Aziz. I'm a psychology graduate of Cambridge University and also a medical doctor. In this animated summary, we'll be covering No More Mr. Nice Guy, a best-selling self-help book by Dr. Robert Glover. He describes what he calls a nice guy syndrome. This syndrome is a condition in many men who appear always to be friendly and trying to avoid conflict. In the first part of this book, Dr. Glover describes what a nice guy is and how these nice guys operate. Unfortunately for these nice guys, their approach to life will prevent them from reaching their goals. In fact, their approach is likely to do more harm than good. Later on in the book, he delves into the nitty-gritty and shows us how to eliminate nice guy syndrome. Reclaim your personal power and masculinity. If you have nice guy syndrome, it's usually because you were forced to give up some of your personal power as a result of your childhood circumstances. You may have grown so used to making that sacrifice as an adult that you've locked yourself into a career or relationship that fulfills that expectation. But it may lead you to feeling frustrated, helpless and resentful. You feel more out of control when you approach life with the coping techniques you develop as a child. So how can you reclaim your personal power? For starters, when you have personal power, you believe you can deal with unpleasant situations. You recognize that you are human and that you experience fear from time to time, but you also believe in your ability to overcome obstacles on your own. Being honest with yourself about your needs, weaknesses and desires is an important part of reclaiming your personal power. You must become comfortable sharing your feelings and opinions. It's fine if expressing these leads some people to leave you. Those who care about you will value your feelings and thoughts even if they disagree with you. Accept that you can't influence or manage how others feel about you, and that you may experience rejection and criticism occasionally. Reclaim your masculinity goes hand in hand with reclaiming your personal power. To various men, being a man means different things, and it's your responsibility to figure out what that means to you. Embracing your masculinity entails forming strong bonds with other men and seeking a mentor, particularly if you don't have a father. There's no reason to feel bad about engaging in hobbies and connections that bring you joy. If you are too nice to people, somebody will take advantage of you. Both men and women take advantage of nice guys. So what do you do to stop this from happening? The answer is to have high standards of how people should treat you. For example, imagine you're with a group of friends. Banter is normal, but if someone makes a disrespectful joke, it's time to put your foot down. So to stop being too nice, you have to set high standards for yourself and others' behavior. If a girl you like is always playing hard to get, you need to know your limit. If she persistently falls below your high standards, you should cut her off immediately. Apply these standards to all areas of your life. Never tolerate any behavior that crosses that line or disrespects you. Speaking with conviction. One of the fastest ways to tell if a man is too nice or not is to pay close attention to how he says something. A man who's too nice tends to speak with little conviction and with no personality. He wants to avoid hurting your feelings or any conflicts, so he will say what you want to hear instead of what he really believes. Speaking with conviction is a powerful way of demonstrating to other people that you know what you want. It also shows that you're confident in what you say. So when someone asks you something, make sure your words show your conviction. It will be easier for the person on the other end of the conversation to listen and understand your point of view. If you want to speak with conviction, here are 4 things you need to control. Number 1, keep your voice at an even volume. Number 2, keep it at a steady pace. Number 3, avoid shouting. Number 4, don't talk over people. Stop agreeing so much. Agreeing with someone is an easy thing to do. We all do it subconsciously, but every so often it isn't the most helpful thing for your well-being. Studies show that people perceive those who always agree with others as less intelligent and less confident. If you're the man who always agrees with people, simply practice disagreeing with other people on purpose. You can start by disagreeing with other people on little things. Slowly, your confidence will improve, as will your attractability. Tracking your good deeds is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. This can be one of the most significant sources of frustration for nice men. Nice guys will do something pleasant for someone, especially girls, and then keep track of that deed. This deed is one of the hundreds of other nice things you have done for people. Nice guys will then secretly expect something in return. The attractive girl that a nice guy is trying to impress is not keeping track of these deeds. Tracking good deeds can be the cause of many problems for nice men. Anger is a common emotion associated with giving good deeds without people reciprocating. It is also common for nice guys to start to resent those who do not repay their good deeds. The feeling of being indebted is not only unhealthy, and it will also lead to negative emotions. Dr. Glover does not recommend you avoid good deeds. Do a good deed and then move on. You can enjoy the good deed at that moment, but you should not look back and use that as evidence for being indebted. Give without expecting anything in return. Don't hold back. Nice guys hold back despite the urge to say something. The foundation of this is that nice guys find conflict and people not liking them scary. They also dislike showing who they are to people, so they filter their thoughts and keep quiet when they want to say something. Holding back is a massive problem because avoiding expression and your true self will mean others will never actually know who you are. A man who doesn't hold back is much more of a man who is afraid to rock the boat. quote, "Few people might like the man who doesn't hold back, but they will like him for whom he really is." If you want to say something, then say it. If you want to do something, then do it. Don't be afraid of what other people will think of you, and don't let this fear hold you back from simply being you. Similarly, stop fearing confrontation. Rather, embrace confrontation. Make your needs a priority. Realize that you are responsible for meeting your needs. Stop blaming and start acting. Be assertive about your needs and get rid of any hidden agendas. Never be a wimp and never act like a victim. It helps if you are thankful for difficult situations. These circumstances are the ones that present a chance to grow as a person and learn for future circumstances. Don't try to control uncontrollable things. Some circumstances will be too challenging or time consuming to control, so you must be willing to walk away from circumstances and people if it gets out of control. Don't try to make an unhealthy relationship work. End it and find somebody more suitable for you. The importance of boundaries. The common theme throughout this book is the importance of boundaries. Boundaries are particularly relevant when considering your relationships with women. Nice guys often believe that not having boundaries, being overly tolerant and accepting everything that their partner does is a beneficial strategy for a relationship. Nice guys often learn the hard way that this isn't true. You will need boundaries to strengthen the relationship. It is a need for you and your partner that you strengthen the relationship for both sides. Choose a partner who doesn't need considerable support. Dr. Glover recommends you focus on a relationship, not the partner. Ask yourself, how does a relationship meet my needs? Is this relationship healthy? Can we learn from the struggles we encounter together? One of the common mistakes made by nice guys is to choose a partner who needs considerable support. Nice guys are attracted to problems and want to fix their partners. These relationships will allow him to show the world what a good boyfriend or husband he is. The motivation behind this is always the approval of others. Choosing the right sexual mindset. When it comes to sex, you will have to change your mindset. This is easier said than done, but using the following guidelines, Dr. Glover advocates that you reorient yourself to the best approach. Use these tips to improve your chances of becoming an integrated male. Get rid of shame and fear about being sexual. Get your needs met, quantity and quality. Get comfortable about being pleasured and asking for it. Never avoid conflict because you are scared to lose a sexual opportunity. Get rid of porn. In summary, Dr. Glover's premise is that childhood and society have conditioned nice guys to act the way they do. They have been told that they will only be successful if they make everyone happy and don't produce conflict. That said, this desire for approval results in self-loathing. In other words, nice guys want approval but don't think they deserve it. Dr. Glover's prescription involves encouraging nice guys to recognize their needs and their desires are essential. To make others happy, they must first learn to make themselves happy. Anyway, I hope you learned something useful and enjoyed this summary. If you want to keep learning about psychology, medicine or life hacks, hit the like, subscribe and notifications button. Any suggestions or comments, feel free to post down below. Until next time, stay safe.